Welcome back, everyone. This is Miss Gonzalez once again with our YouTube channel of Disfruta Leer con Miss Gonzalez. I want to congratulate you for continuing to read with me on with this chapter book that we're reading. And so, for those of you who are joining us, I hope that you can read the other chapters with me. And this book is called Tigers at Twilight. And we are now on chapter 5. Chapter 5, Night Walk. Remember, before we read, you can follow with me with your finger, you can follow with your eyes, or you can simply listen in. Okay? And as we're reading, I want you to work on visualizing what the story is about. Because there aren't a lot of pictures, we have to do our best to imagine all of these things that are going on. Night Walk, Chapter 5. "Uh-oh," said Jack. "What is it?" "I know how to escape the tiger," said Annie. "Our book said tigers don't attack elephants, right?" Now, for all of you who remember from chapter 4, Annie said she had a really cool idea, so we'll see what it is. "Yeah," said Jack. "So we should travel through the forest on the back of an elephant," said Annie. Jack nodded slowly. "This is a cool idea," he said, "but—" "No buts. I'll get on first," said Annie. She climbed down the tree until she was close to the elephant's back. She carefully lowered herself off a branch. When her feet rested on the elephant's back, she let go of the branch. Then she slowly sat down. The elephant let out a low rumbling sound and shifted her weight. "Don't worry, it's just me," Annie said softly. She patted the huge creature's back. "Thanks, Saba." "Saba?" said Jack. "That's her name," said Annie. "She just told me." "Yeah, right," said Jack. "Arf, arf," barked Teddy. "Come on, Jack," said Annie. "It's not scary." Jack sighed and slowly climbed down the tree. When he was above Saba, he lowered himself off the branch. He put both feet on the elephant. Then he carefully sat down in front of Annie. Saba rumbled again. "Tell her not to worry," said Annie. "Pat her head." "Don't worry, Saba," Jack said. He patted the elephant's head. Her skin was rough and wrinkled. The elephant curled her trunk back and rested it on Jack's head. "Hi," he said in a small voice. Saba flapped her ears. So this includes a picture here. So use this picture to imagine that Jack and Annie are on this elephant and they are going through the forest. Now, when it says night walk, and we've been talking about twilight, think about what that word means, twilight. Twilight is when something is happening already in the nighttime or coming to light. Ka and Ko swung to the ground in front of Saba. They chattered at her. She waved her trunk at them. The langurs began bounding through the forest. Saba followed. The rest of the herd followed in line. Saba walked with a calm, rolling motion. Jack felt as if he were riding over ocean waves. A full moon was rising above the trees. Where are we going?" Jack asked. "Just relax," said Annie. "Ka and Ko know where to go." "Arf, arf," Teddy barked. Teddy barked from Jack's backpack. "You relax too," Jack said to the little dog. Fireflies blinked. The moon lit a path between the trees as the elephants marched on. From a distance came a low growl. "Is that the tiger?" Jack wondered. The elephants paid no attention. They kept walking through the warm woods. They marched slowly under hanging vines and through misty clearings. Ka and Ko bounded ahead of them, two moon shadows leading the way. "We're going far from the tree house," said Jack. "Don't worry," Annie said. Suddenly, a long roar split the night. A chill went down Jack's spine. The roar came again. It turned into a yowling. The yowling turned into steady moaning. It sounded as if the whole forest were moaning. That's a really sad sound, said Annie sleepily. Yeah, said Jack. But the elephants all marched on. Jack rolling in sleepy rhythm with Saba's walk. He could hear Teddy snoring in his backpack. Soon Jack's head rested on Saba's back. He began drifting in and out of dreams, dreams of rocking in a boat under the dark treetops. So remember that this is all happening at nighttime, and so Jack and Annie are getting sleepy. And when we talk about twilight, like I mentioned earlier, that's when the sun starts to slowly we start to see the sun go down and it becomes nighttime. And so it's that in between time when the sun starts to go down and then it starts to becoming night. And so as we end chapter 5, I want us to think about, what do you predict will happen next? If Jack and Annie are getting tired and they fall asleep, where do you think they're headed to? And who is really guiding them on this adventure? All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining me. Come back tomorrow so that we can finish off with chapter 6.